Welcome back, All-Star fans. I'm Dave Friedland, and I'm here with producer and possibly best All-Star player on the planet, at least for the next 24 hours, Mike McTire.
Yeah, it won't take long for everybody out there to beat me.
And we are going to look at one of my favorite game modes, Fatal 4-Way Elimination, or as we like to call it, Last Man Standing.
Now you can see right from the get-go, Big Show and Morrison there were jumping right on the turnbuckles. That's one of the pretty standard strategy moves that you're going to get in a four-player match, because that's one of the best places to start.
Yeah, you know, an Acrobat is a very popular class for this mode. Why do you think that is, Mike?
Well, the Acrobat is fantastic at, he's faster than all the other character classes. And in a four-player free-for-all like this, you're going to want to get away, you're going to want to get into the action, take advantage of various situations. And being able to do the rope springs in the ring, out of the ring, jumping off the turnbuckle, it's all about the speed and proper placement.
Also, it's all about knowing who to target at any given time. You'll notice Big Show here switched off of Morrison, and the minute he did so, Morrison started taunting. What's that do for us?
Taunting is one of those things, it's particularly powerful in a multiplayer match. You're going to want to taunt to build up your finisher, and normally when you're just playing 1 versus 1, the person you're fighting against is never going to give you the opportunity to stand back and just build up your finisher meter like that. But in Fatal 4-Way like this, you have the opportunities to run away, not get singled out, and build that up to hit your opponents with a finisher once, twice, maybe even 3 times during the match if you have the opportunity.
Now, a moment ago, we saw Big Show stomping the ground and sending multiple people into the air. Is that one of the advantages of the big man?
That is. Not every class is able to hit multiple targets, but the big man, since he's so massive, some of his attacks, such as the big stomp that Big Show is doing right there, will hit everyone up in the air who's around him within the radius who isn't properly blocking.
Now, Piper there is our one brawler in this match. What does the brawler got to offer in a Fatal 4-Way match?
Well, Piper in particular, brawlers inherently are very fast at their strikes, and Piper is one of the fastest strikers in the game. And that's one of the things that you're going to want to take advantage of. You never know in a 4-player match whether someone's going to be coming from you the front, the side, from behind, and being a fast brawler like Piper is allowing you to get a bunch of hits in and then back off before you get someone takes advantage of the situation.
Okay, and then, of course, last but hardly least, we have Jake Roberts, our one grappler.
Yeah, Jake is fantastic. He is not only a grappler, but he's a grappler with a whole bunch of dirty moves. And while Jake is not going to excel fantastically at the big brawl when all 4 characters get together, Jake is fantastic at singling out targets who are outside of the big mess or outside of the ring. And if he can really separate a victim from the crowd, he's going to really take advantage of his dirty moves by stunning him and being able to get off his powerful extreme attacks.
And I also see we've got a chair in the ring right now. Obviously, we can get weapons in almost any mode, but are you at risk of getting disqualified?
Yeah, absolutely. You can see this is not an Extreme Rules match, but the characters can still pull chairs out from under the apron. And they're going to be getting these chairs. You saw Piper several times earlier in the match. As soon as, Big Show, they're the characters, Jake left him alone, there was a perfect opportunity. Instead of taunting, building up his finisher, he was able to take advantage of the situation and go get a weapon, which is, if you can pull it off and not get disqualified, you're going to do some massive damage to your opponents.
Now, looking at what we have right here, it looks like Roddy Piper's in the lead on health right now. How do you think he's pulling that off? What's he doing right?
Well, you see, if you watched him throughout the match, he's being very smart. He's not getting in the center of the opponents. He's never being surrounded by 3 characters at once. And he is intelligently staying away from those situations and targeting his victims on a one-by-one basis.
Now, on the opposite end of the scale right now, our acrobat Morrison is just getting worked over by the Big Show.
Yeah, unfortunately, Morrison doesn't have a lot of energy right now, and with acrobats doing all their special moves, the rope spring attacks, jumping off the ropes, you're going to need the energy. You have to have the energy to run. Nothing's free, especially for those powerful rope spring attacks. So when you get in a situation like this, the acrobat can't get his energy up.
And Piper, look at that, right there with a finisher on Jake Roberts.
And you can see that Jake is definitely in trouble right now. He got singled out outside, and not that Big Show's going to interrupt him, because he's just as happy to have another character eliminated.
Right, although he's got Big Show's attention now.
Yeah, now you can see 2 characters have been eliminated, and it's just down to Piper and Big Show. And you can actually see Piper taking advantage of the situation there. Jake the Snake Roberts was eliminated. He's automatically being forced out of the ring, and you can see that Piper was hiding behind Jake, who had to walk out so Big Show couldn't get at him.
Okay, so now it's down to a big man and a brawler. Who do you think has the advantage here?
Well, that really depends. Big Show does some really massive, powerful attacks, but Piper is one of the fastest, if not the fastest brawler in the game, so this is a pretty even match right now.
Oh, there's one of Piper's patented dirty moves and into his signature.
Yes, that is a classic tactic for any characters who have dirty moves, and Roddy Piper, being who he is, has a lot of dirty attacks. And if you have the energy to pull off an extreme move, if you can first pull off a dirty move, whether it's an eye rake, an eye poke, chest rake, you're going to see the victim right there in the same situation. He's in his reaction state. He cannot counter any incoming attack while he's doing
nice
that.
Reversal there. So, do you think Big Show still has a chance to pull it out here?
Well, Big Show's health is getting pretty low, but he has two energy. Oh, that's not good for him.
Not good at all.
No, I think Big Show is definitely in trouble right now. And you can actually see earlier, Big Show did have his charged attack strike charged up, but Piper's extreme move, once he got it off, killed the charge.
Indeed it did, and Piper emerges victorious. It looks like speed overcame power in this match.
And the Scotsman wins.
All right, thanks everyone. You've been watching Fatal 4-Way Elimination with WWE All-Stars producer Mike McTire.